this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Dalal Street Week Ahead program sponsored by taxbuddy.com. Last week, the Nifty was down while the Bank Nifty was slightly higher. And Nifty is down mainly because TCS, Infosys, Reliance, ITC, L&T. So these are the index heavyweights which have underperformed. And particularly, the markets are jittery about Reliance ahead of its AGM. On Monday, there's a AGM and people are waiting for some kind of announcements. So I talked earlier about this. Earlier, the people were expecting Reliance Jio and Reliance Retail to be listed for, adding the value to the stock. But all of a sudden, so from nowhere, the Reliance Jio Financial has been listed. And nobody knows there is such company. Even that company is listed at such a huge valuation, then imagine if the Reliance plan to list Reliance Retail and Reliance Jio. So there is a huge value unlocking going forward for Reliance Industries. So tomorrow, if there is any indication in this fact, the Reliance may outperform. But for the last week, the Reliance was underperforming, and especially Reliance Jio Finance, it kept on going for a lower circuit. So only on Friday, so it was released from lower circuit. So it will be interesting to see how Reliance moves on Monday. Nifty is broadly in a consolidation mode between 19,200 and 19,600. So in fact, 19,252 was the swing low. On Friday, that was broken decisively. It closed below that decisively. But however, since the fall was very huge in the last half an hour, the weighted average closing, it is indicating above 19,252. So if any recovery has to happen, so it has to start immediately, and at least on a closing basis, 19,252 should not be broken on the downside. And coming back to the US markets, on Friday, the markets were very jittery ahead of Fed chairman. But the fact is that nobody expected Fed chairman to be dovish. Everybody expected him to speak with a hawkish tone. In fact, I just posted a tweet. Somebody sent me Jerome Powell sitting on a beer and then going to this meeting. But surprisingly, after he spoke, the markets recovered significantly, and all three indices, Dow, S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100, they all closed firmly in green. So that is a sign of markets bottoming out. When the bad news comes, markets are not reacting, markets are moving higher. So that is a sign of markets bottoming out. And also Nifty also has fallen from 20,000 to 19,200. So it's a 800 point fall. But the fall was not, very drastic. It was a slow grinding, it's like one step down, two step up, or one step up, two step down. So that kind of a move. So it moved so slowly and gradually. So that, makes us to believe that, the 19,000 will be a very strong support. Even if the market continue to be weak, the markets may try to recover here and there. GIFT Nifty indicating slightly positive opening for Monday. So we also need to see how the Asian markets will be reacting, how the US futures will be reacting tomorrow morning, and probably what happened in the last 1 hour or 2 hours in US markets, probably, it was a short covering. And because, people might have shorted expecting the Fed chairman to speak negative, and he has spoken negative. So probably they booked the profit. And another important thing is that the Reliance AGM on Monday. So if any news about Reliance Retail or Reliance Jio being operated as a company and listing and this and that, Reliance can move significantly higher, that can support. But as of now, the markets are technically clearly bearish. IT stocks are falling, banking stocks are falling, and ITC falling, L&T falling, Reliance is falling. So all the index heavyweights. In fact, the large cap is hugely underperforming for the last 1-2 months. Mid caps and small caps are doing well. Yesterday, that is on Friday, notably, the US VIX crashed by more than 10%. So that is also another sign that the markets are likely to bottom out. So clearly the markets are bearish, but at the same time, so there are signs of markets bottoming out for the very, very short term. But usually in a 5-week series, the last week markets likely to make a bigger move. I'm expecting at least 250 point move on either side. It can be downside or it can be upside. Technically, markets are really looking very, very bearish. So in all probability, the markets are likely to go for consolidation between 19,000 and 19,500, and 19,000 put option has the highest open interest, and 19,500 call option also has the highest open interest among the call options. So that is indicating a move between these two numbers. And one can consider, one can become, not bullish, but not bearish if Nifty closes above 19,400. And one can turn bullish only if the Nifty crosses 19,800 on the higher side. And downside, as of now, we are bearish only. So as long as Nifty is not closing below 19,400, right? So 19,400 is the, you can say, equilibrium point. If it is closing below that, it's bearish. If it is closing above that, it's not bearish. But again, it's not bullish. Bullish is only above 19,800. So last week, expiry related issues will kick in, and but on Friday, the markets closed at the swing low. So we will see very exciting week ahead, and with a lot of volatility, and FIIs are, they are selling. So after nearly 4 months of continuous buying, now they have started selling. But again, sometimes here and there we see some huge buying figure. That's because of some block deals. There were too many block deals for the last few trading sessions. So let us see what is going to happen. So I'm still hopeful that 19,000 to 19,500 is the range for the coming week. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.